Hello and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this program we take a look at all the latest releases. Today we will take a look at Tu Jhoothi Main Makkaar and the Cate Blanchett film called Tár. First, let's take a look at Tár. For a film that doesn't have too many highs and lows or conflicts and resolutions, Tár is a brilliant piece of filmmaking helmed by director Todd Field. On the face of it, it might appear as simple storytelling that clocks for well over 150 minutes. But this is a fascinating film because without any extraordinary moments in the story, Field has told the story in such a captivating manner. And then there is Cate Blanchett. Every time you think she has delivered her best and can't get any better, she surprises you, and how? By playing Lydia Tár, a world-famous composer and conductor, she leaves another lasting impression, and this is a performance for the ages. Given that this is Todd Field's first film in 16 years and one which he wouldn't have made had Blanchett refused to play the lead role, the director also triumphs as the writer. The character of Tár and everything that happens to and around her appears so real and convincing that it is almost impossible to guess that this is actually a fictional character. This is a superlative character study that has all the shades: black, white and grey. Tár, played by Cate Blanchett, is a music conductor and a composer based in Berlin who is highly respected and a popular and big name around the globe. She is a strong woman and a tough cookie who knows what she wants and gets it. The opening scene of an interview of hers on stage by The New Yorker establishes her credentials. When we are told that she was trained under Leonard Bernstein, the great music conductor, it gives her character even more credibility, and you would be forgiven for mistaking this as a biopic. Having smashed the glass ceiling to smithereens, Lydia is also envied by her contemporaries, and we see that during the discussion over lunch with Elliot Kaplan, played by Mark Strong. Her assistant is Francesca, played by Naomi Merlant, who is not just her personal assistant but a talented conductor as well, who hopes to make it big someday. During a music class, Tár asks a student about Bach. As a BIPOC pangender person, I would say Bach's misogynistic life makes it kind of impossible for me to take his music seriously, comes the reply from the student, and that ensues an interesting conversation about the times that we live in. Don't be so eager to be offended, she advises him, and when the conversation steers to Beethoven, she says, "For me, as a U-Haul lesbian, I'm not too sure about old Ludwig." That is the first time you get an idea about her personal life. The conversation about artists and their identity and the art they create ends with Lydia telling the young man that the architect of his soul appears to be social media, and that's quite a telling comment. This episode about cancel culture is a pivotal moment in the film with certain ramifications to follow. Now, Tár is married to a violinist from her orchestra and they are even parents to a school-going girl. Everything seems to be going in favor of the conductor except that a little allegation of sexual misconduct which stays in the background, surfacing every now and then. Right from the camera work by Florian Hofmeister to the razor-sharp editing by Monica Willi, who has worked with the likes of Michael Haneke on his films, every department of filmmaking is of the highest order. Blanchett ultimately owns the character. Right from portraying a confident lady to being vulnerable, she shines in every scene. The film is not for or against cancel culture. Field weaves enough complexities not to make it a simple case. It also shows that the rich and the powerful are also vulnerable in the scheme of things today. I'm going to go with 4 out of 5 stars for this brilliant film called Tár. And now let's take a look at the Ranbir and Shraddha Kapoor starrer, Tu Jhoothi Main Makkaar. Now, in one scene in this film, the hero keeps talking so much that his friend yells, "Ise chup karao yaar, nahi to main maar dunga." Following which, his girlfriend screams, "Chup, chup, chup, chup," which is exactly what you want to say before your head splits into two. The problem is not the constant talking. Even Big B spoke English incessantly in Namak Halal, but that was entertainment at its best. This is just a pain in the brain. Directed by Love Ranjan, Tu Jhoothi Main Makkaar is a rom-com film, but neither there is any worthy romance nor any comedy for that matter. Love Ranjan had created his own brand of rom-coms with two Pyar Ka Panchanama films and then Sonu Ki T2 Ki Sweetie, where the men were wicked and the women were portrayed as extremely wicked, and it all bordered on misogyny and sexism. This time he has tried to sanitize his approach by making a traditional romantic comedy. The modern day traditional romantic comedies in Bollywood are ones where people go to Spain to have a bachelor's party. Never mind if the fishing boats in the background looks like they are from Kalangut. If Will Smith's Hitch was helping people how to woo a partner, Rohan Mickey Arora, played by Ranbir Kapoor, runs an anonymous service that helps people who are in a relationship on how to break up. His best friend Manu Dabas, played by stand-up comedian turned actor Anubhav Singh Bassi, is his partner in this business, which he does more for pleasure than for money. Rohan comes from a well-off family, and there is a pointless discussion with his mother, played by Dimple Kapadia, about showing a loss in their family business account. When she is not busy yelling, she is slapping people around her, while her hubby, played by Boni Kapoor, takes a back seat. Now, slapping or no slapping, for Rohan, it is all about family. Now, while in Spain for the earlier mentioned bachelor party of his friend Manu, he falls for Tinny, played by Shraddha Kapoor. Their initial conversations followed by the other talks are as romantic as the heat wave that is going on. She has no interest in a long-term relationship, while he is convinced that she will fall in love with him, while you couldn't care either way. Now, before you can say cheese, they are back in Delhi and her two-piece bikini is replaced by a traditional salwar kameez. Baywatch turns into Rajashri Productions as she meets his parents. Till the interval point, there is nothing much to write home about, and unfortunately, there is no improvement even after you help yourself with popcorn, which makes you wonder if the flakes are gold-plated going by the price of it. Now, for the flakiest reasons, she wants to break up with him, and no popcorn for guessing whom she hires as a consultant to break up. The screenplay doesn't even bother to explain how she cannot distinguish between the voice of a boyfriend and a paid consultant when it is one and the same person. Worse, in order to break up, he advises her to run a series of tests on her boyfriend, which is on himself basically. So you have a jealousy test, a loyalty test, and in that process, it also tests your patience. The climax at the airport, where the whole family gets there in a jiffy to stop the girl from boarding a plane, and by then you are already looking for the exit because there is nothing novel in the story or the treatment for that matter. There are those typical party songs, and even one during a baby shower where about 1,000 guests are invited and they all dance in synchronization. The lead pair is sincere, particularly Ranbir Kapoor, but the character is so dreary that no one could have salvaged it. You almost feel sorry for the likes of Dimple Kapadia. They deserve better, and so do you. I'm going to go with 1.5 out of 5 stars for this new Ranbir Kapoor film, Tu Jhoothi Main Makkaar. That's what I thought of the films that were released this week. Do let us know what you think. Our address is features@prudentmedia.in, and I'll be back with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.